to Pisces Tarot, and I am your host, Mimi the Light Seer. Your business is my business. Today, we will dive into your business with a timeless relationship reading, which means it could be platonic, professional, or romantic. In this session, we will explore the overall energy of your reading, obtain cosmic insights to identify the topics, spill the tea on the energies involved, uncover the positives and the negatives while revealing the lessons that you need to learn, and suggest actions for healings and the best possible outcomes. Remember, this is a general reading, and you have found it when this message is needed. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Remember, I am LGBTQ plus friendly, using pronouns for storytelling purposes. Lastly, please like, rate, subscribe, and comment, and let me know how this message is connecting with you. And without further ado, let's get into your business. Good morning. Happy triumphant Thursday, folks. Good morning. Welcome to Pisces Tarot. I am your host. I am Mimi the Light Seer, and over here at Pisces Tarot, your business is my business. And ooh, child, we about to get into somebody's business. Okay, we're about to get into somebody's business. Come on in, because child, when I tell you, I can't even find a remote on what I'm looking for. Let me tell y'all something. Come on in. Now, some of y'all may have noticed that this is my second live this morning. Okay. And yes, that is very much so true. This is my second live today. I logged off. I started going about my business. I was sitting here journaling, reading my Bible, doing what I do, okay? Minding Mimi's business, okay? And I promise you, out of nowhere, as I'm Grand Rising, Happy New Year, as I'm sitting here reading my Bible, I hear this earworm drop into my spirit, okay? And I'm just sitting here and I'm just like, okay. And where did this energy just come from on this moment right now? Because I'm literally just sitting here minding my business, and next thing you know, I am hearing this song playing in my ear. Now, for those of you who are new to Pisces Tarot, I just want to say welcome, okay? Because I am jumping ahead of myself, but I needed to explain myself. I needed to explain why I am back here doing another reading, okay? So, if you are new to Pisces Tarot, go ahead and put a star in the chat. If you're a returning fish, go ahead and put a fish in the chat. Good morning to all of my guppies, okay? Good morning to all my guppies. Hey to all my folks that's wrapping up your graveyard shift and y'all getting ready to either you getting up and getting ready to go into the office, or you are wrapping up your day. And good morning or good evening. Welcome, Marie. Good evening to all of my international folks. Okay, we are live across TikTok and YouTube today. So good morning. Welcome. Now, for those of you who are new to the Pisces Tarot experience, let me explain to you how this works. This is an interactive experience. I'll talk to you, so you need to talk back to me, okay? You need to find your emojis, because we are going to put in some emojis in the chat, and I say things to you, you affirm things, etc., right? So typically how this works is I share with you the cosmic insight of what I have on my download, which in this case, it is an earworm for today, okay? I also will validate the energy with the overall energy reading. Then we'll verify what I'm telling you, the messages through the tarot. Okay. So if y'all are ready to get into this reading, I need y'all to find them drums, because I definitely feel like this is going to be a conversation. Okay. Because I'm telling you, I'm over here just like, where did this come from? I am minding my business. And this ear, you just dropped in my lap. All right. So if y'all ready to get into this reading, go ahead and put the drum roll in the chat. Look, here we go again with this nonsense. Here we go. Yeah. All right, so here we go. People being haters. All right, here we go. All right, you guys. So, as I said, I'm sitting here minding my business. I've already wrapped up my first reading for today. or my collective read. I'm sitting here minding my business. I'm journaling, meditating on the words that I just read, feeling good, feeling great, just in my own bag, in my own energy. And all of a sudden, I start hearing Stevie Wonder singing in my ear. This is not a coincidence and far more than a lucky chance. But what is that was always meant is a ribbon in the sky for our love. We can't lose with God on our side. We'll find strength in each tear that we cry. From now on, it will be you and I and a ribbon in the sky, a ribbon in the sky, a ribbon in the sky for our love. Okay? Now, for me is I just told y'all I was minding my business. I read my Bible. I'm journaling. I am doing what I know how to do. Okay? I am doing what I know how to do. And so as I am sitting here minding my business, here comes Stevie. This is not a coincidence and far more than a lucky chance. Ribbon in the sky. Okay? And so I'm just like, what now, Stevie? What now? What now? I'm over here reading the word, talking about how God makes everything beautiful in its own timing. Okay? I'm over here reading about how they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall rise up like eagles. They shall walk and not fade. And here comes Stevie Wonder singing A Ribbon in the Sky. Okay? Hey, Forrest, welcome back. So I'm sitting here and I'm just like, what does this have anything to do with the price in tea of China? I am journaling in my Bible. I'm journaling in my journal, rather, just reflecting on what I read, sharing with you guys what I have just, talked to you guys about in the reading. And now all of a sudden, here comes this song with this Stevie Wonder. All right. So out of curiosity, here I am, because I want to know whose business does this have to do with anything. What does it have to do with anything? Oh, wow. It's only 1 o'clock in Hawaii. Yikes. Okay. So again, let me play back the earworm. This is not a coincidence and far more than a lucky chance. But what is that was always meant is a ribbon in the sky for our love. We can't lose with God on our side. We'll find strength in each tear that we cry. From now on, it will be you and I and a ribbon in the sky, a ribbon in the sky, a ribbon in the sky for our love. Okay? Now I got questions. What does this have to do with God making something beautiful in its own timing? What does this have to do with they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength? What does a ribbon in the sky got to do with these two things? So here we are. Let's figure it out. All right. If y'all ready to get into this energy reading, go ahead and hit the I told y'all to hit the drums first. Hit the drums, because that's the wrong thing. I can't even think straight because I'm trying to figure out what does this have to do with me sitting over here thinking about what I got going on and journaling and being in my meditative state. All right. So if y'all ready to go ahead and get into this reading, come on, hit those drums and let's dive right on in. All right, here we go. Spirit, for the harm of none and the benefit of all, show us great and mighty things. Show me. The overall energy reading is awakening genius. Okay. So I feel strongly that somebody is going through some type of transformative revelation. They're getting some type of insight. Finally, the light bulbs are coming on. Okay. I don't know specifically what this means for specifically, but it definitely feels like they're going through some type of metamorphosis where they're starting to recognize what love, hope, and joy looks like. I'm definitely seeing the angel wings. This is connected in connection with the third eye. Having a knowing, having a seeing, having a connection, just finally coming to the realization that this is not a coincidence. Okay, this is not a coincidence. It says this is not a coincidence and far more than a lucky chance. But what is that was always meant is a ribbon in the sky for our love. We can't lose with God on our side. We'll find strength in each tear that we cry. From now on, it will be you and I and a ribbon in the sky, a ribbon in the sky, a ribbon in the sky for our love. I'm just trying to figure out, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? Good morning, Sharon. Welcome back. Okay. We're talking about there being, I was literally reading and meditating on the word that talks about God making everything beautiful in its own timing. I'm literally sitting here meditating on the fact that we're talking about they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up, rise up like eagles. They shall walk and not faint. That's what I'm sitting up here thinking about. And I hear Stevie Wonder. Okay. So only thing I could tell you is from this, let me look at these planets. Yeah, the sun is still in Capricorn. The moon, we just had a new moon, which is called the black moon, which was also in Capricorn. And then we have the moon now being in Aquarius. Okay. So, and Venus is also in Aquarius. So I'm curious to know if somebody is waking up and having the revelation that it's time for them to go towards what was meant. It's time for them to go towards what they're being called to do. They're being led. They're being ordained. Spirit, what is the... What is the truth that we need to know right now for our soul journey? What is the truth? I looked up, I have 666 likes. That's an angel number. Hold on, let's see. Reflection. Didn't I just tell y'all they had a wake-up call? When you allow time for reflection, allow yourself to see the inner shifts are needed. It is time for you to look at your beliefs and to ask, is this serving me or is this time to release? Reflect, refocus, and readjust. The affirmation for the number 666 is, as I refocus on what serves my highest good, I feel myself shift into my highest self. Okay? So, shift happens. Shift happens, and it feels like shift is happening. Okay? It feels like shift is happening. Yeah. Somebody really had... God is making something right. That's what I'm picking up. God is making something right. Somebody's been knowing to do the right thing and just have not done the right thing. Had some type of revelation over the holiday with this black moon. The energy did shift. We do have several planets that are in retrograde. Most of which are not really like that influential of a planet to really like disrupt something. I mean, it does put a complication on the spin, but it's not as disruptive as one would think, you know. Here we go. Success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Okay. So somebody is starting to reevaluate what success looks like for them and how they choose to show up. And their greater love for them it's no greater love than to love. Okay, so someone is taking their priority off of particularly like working and making money and things like that and are shifting their focus to like what's really important here. You know, you could have all the money and the riches that you want to have, but if you don't have love, what do you really have here? You know, you think about it. Cisco had a song called Incomplete. And in that song, You know, he talks about you can have everything that you want, all the money, all the cars, all the homes, all of those other things. But if you don't have love, you're really left incomplete. Okay. And I feel strongly that somebody is having I just keep talking about this revelation because I'm telling you, I was sitting here minding my business. Okay. Let's recap. I was sitting here minding my business, journaling. God makes everything beautiful in its own timing. They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. It is not a coincidence, but far more a lucky chance. Like, where did Stevie Wonder come from? I went nowhere near music. I was in my Bible, in my journaling. Okay? Journaling. So, how is this affecting us on a day-to-day basis? How is this affecting us in a day-to-day basis? Tidy up. Somebody's cleaning up. They realize that they've been having a lot of debris and dirt, things that are unfruitful, things that are not serving them. Okay, showing up for them around their homes. They're cleaning up around their porch. Deciding to make things right. All right, putting things in order. Having a fresh and a renewed perspective. Okay. Spirit, what is the soul whisper? What is the soul whisper? Journey. Okay. Journey. Let's see what that means. This is the only time, if you're new to Pisces Tarot, this is the only time you'll ever see me pull from this book. But I like the way that they put things in here. I'm scared of failure all the time, but I'm not scared enough to stop trying. Ronda Rousey. I am scared of failure all the time, but I am not scared enough to stop trying. When working towards a goal, always remember to congratulate yourself for the little victories along the way. When you become caught up in the game, it is easy to fall into the trap of thinking that those little steps of progress are insignificant. Be grateful for each one of those little wins. Life is not a linear path from cradle to the grave. It is a journey of many beginnings, many endings, and many detours. Throughout your journey, there are times when you will find yourself knocked down, falling short of the mark, or disappointed that the cards have not fallen in your favor. It is time to remind yourself that all of these things are a part of the journey through life, and it is through these difficult experiences that you will find victories all the sweeter. Embrace every experience as they offer you a lesson and appreciation for an opportunity of gratitude. Failure is not an ending to the journey, but rather a learning curve for which you will be able to emerge more brilliant than ever before. Stay the course, remain humble, and above all, remember that what may seem like an ending is actually a beautiful beginning. So this is encouraging you to tap into your infinite, unbounded, and persistent, and persevere through. Okay? So it's interesting because I started out this reading talking about what I read in my Bible, which was talking about how God is making things beautiful in its own timing. Okay? They that wait upon the Lord. So something had to come to an end in order for it to start all over again. And now that they have gone through this process, of which whatever said process looked like for them, they're having some awakening. I can have whatever it is that I want, but it doesn't buy you happiness. It doesn't buy you success. It doesn't buy you the things that are really, truly making you happy. Okay? But going back to the earworm of what it's saying, this is not a coincidence and far more than a lucky chance, but what is, that was always meant. It is a ribbon in the sky for our love. We can't lose with God on our side. We'll find strength in each tear that we cry. From now on, it will be you and I. It is a ribbon in the sky, a ribbon in the sky, a ribbon in the sky for our love. Now, this song came out in 1982. I wasn't even alive then. I wasn't even a thought in my mother's womb in 1982. Okay? But I remember growing up in the 80s, everybody and their mama was getting married to this song. Okay? So a lot of people who got married back then, they was playing this song. And I said that this is one of my favorite songs. And I said that if I ever, got the chance to have that experience, and that's what I wanted to do with the whole, shebang and the whole big wedding and all of that stuff, I would too have my first dance to this song. Okay? But again, I was minding my own business, sitting here thinking about the Bible, Ecclesiastes 3:11. God makes everything beautiful in its own timing. And here comes Stevie singing in my ear. All right, so let's see. Spirit, for the harm of none and the benefit of all. Good morning, Glenn. Show us great and mighty things. Give us some clues. Give us some insight. What is going on? Now, I can't promise y'all I'm going to be here for a long time because I already did one reading today. But because this was coming up, I was like, what is this? We got to get to it. All right. Pregnancy. Someone is expecting. Thank you, Glenn. Somebody is expecting. Okay. Somebody's pregnant. If you're not pregnant now, you're about to probably get pregnant. Just saying. Let's keep digging. The person who may be pregnant may have been having difficulty with conceiving. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I am. Lipstick evidence, infidelity, caught cheating, betrayal. Well, let me find out somebody done got the side person pregnant or had got somebody else on the past pregnant. It's very much so possible. I'm hoping that this is not the case. I mean, I really just don't want to. I was in a good space, and here we go with this. I'm going to need for us not to be doing this today.
There are multiple video evidence, social media evidence.
I don't want to do that today. What is the T? Or maybe they done this before in the past and they've had that was the beginning of the end that needed to happen, and they had some revelation that whatever they over here doing, it's not working for them, it's not serving them. That's very much so possible. Very much so possible. What is the T? Reflecting. Okay, reflecting. Praying, meditating, reflecting. Trying to keep their energy clean. Trying to keep their stress down, their blood pressure low. Or normal, I should say. What lies beneath all of this? Grand Rising. Happy New Year, everybody. All right, here we go. Game over. The game is over. Heartbroken. Somebody hit their heart hit a brick wall. Okay, but the game is over. Whatever games that they were playing, whatever lies that they were playing, it's over. It's over. When I look into the broken mirror, what do we see? Childish, immature, argumentative, playing a victim. So somebody's trying to act like they're not seeing something. They're in denial, they're resistant, they're putting up some type of barriers, they're being very immature, acting as if they don't understand something. Immature, argumentative, playing a victim, acting like they're blind, can't see. Sound about right. Sound about right. Sorry, y'all. I'm kind of hungry now. Sorry about that, too. All right. What is the true emotion here? Spell, love, okay? So somebody may feel like they're under a love spell, if you will. Somebody may, I hope not. We just talked about this in the last reading, but hopefully people not out here just buying spells or getting spells off of TikTok trying to keep somebody from leaving them, child. What is the motivational energy here? What is the yin and yang? The yin and yang and motivational energy here. What's the motivational energy here? Structure, foundation, wants to build a foundation, balance, building, slow and steady, forming. Okay? So somebody, the person that is here, probably has this revelation that it's time for them to grow up. They want to build a foundation with somebody. They know that success has to deal with love. They cutting off their loose strings. Maybe this situation with this infidelity that they came up here with, this pregnancy, maybe that was a little bit too much for them. Okay. Oh, look. That card I was struggling to pick up. Marriage and wedding. Okay. What is a true crime here? What did they do wrong? Legal proceedings, okay? So, legal proceedings. Remember I told you the card that I was just picking up, struggling to pick up, was wedding. Okay, legal proceedings is here. And then as I was shuffling, I noticed that it might have got moved around, but child was at the bottom of the deck. I don't know where it went to. Here it is. I saw this card at the bottom of the deck. So it may be something dealing with a legal proceeding with a child, okay? Maybe there's like a co-parenting situation now because we do have pregnancy here. What is blocking us from moving forward with this? Getting hurt. All love comes with the risk of losing it. Don't be afraid to floss. Take a chance. Okay? So, somebody's afraid of getting hurt. And this could have really been why they were reluctant to come forward in the very beginning. Okay? When I talked about that awakening the genius and dealing with success factors. Okay? Remember I told you I was sitting here minding my own business. Listening. Well, I wasn't listening. I was reading, journaling, and reflecting upon the scripture that talks about how God makes everything beautiful in his timing. They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. And then all of a sudden I hear Stevie Wonder in my ear. This is not a coincidence and far more than a lucky chance. But what is that was always meant is a ribbon in the sky for our love. Okay, so maybe they're going to finally come forward and take a risk. Do they love you or do they not? Do they love you or do they not? Okay, I just heard they weren't ready at the first time around. They weren't ready. I can't help but to be interested in everything that you do. They're captivated by you. They're smitten. They're very captivated by you. They're very intrigued by you. This red rose this red rose signifies this. Romantic feelings for you. They're definitely hot for you. Okay, so they're definitely into you. Now, y'all ready to find out who business this is, I need for you to go ahead and put the drums in the chat. Let's go ahead and figure out whose business is this, because I feel like somebody done came out of a fog. The light bulb done finally came on. The brain done finally turned on. They ready to get to it. So if y'all ready to figure out whose business this is, go ahead and hit the drums in the chat so we can go ahead and get this over with. Because y'all, I got other things to be doing today. Here we go. Whose business is this? Whose business is this? Spirit, whose business is this? Whose business is this? Whose business is this? Whose business is this? Okay, person one is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, coming in as a 5 of Swords. Upright, this is conflict, disagreements, competition, defeat, winning at all costs, sneakiness, bullies, theft, abusive relationships, okay? Abusive relationships. The other person that they could be dealing with is a Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you're coming in as the World card. Upright, this is completion, accomplishment, wholeness, attainment, fulfillment, travel, celebration of life, feeling like you've arrived someplace, okay? Now, for the giggles, is this a true soulmate connection? Give us a clear sign. Yes or no? Clear sign. Yes or no? Okay, the answer is yes, it is. However, this has something to do with money with this 10 of Pentacles in reverse. This is dealing with financial loss or failure, fleeting success, okay? Which, remember what I told y'all. Remember I said earlier, I don't know if y'all heard me, but if y'all heard me, put your ear in the chat. When I said, it's like you can realize, somebody's realized they can have everything that they want and not be happy because money don't buy happiness. Remember I referenced Cisco's song, Incomplete. I can have whatever I want, but without you, my life is incomplete. Okay, that's fleeting success. Lack of stability, lack of resources. Okay, so somebody might be feeling like they ain't got what it takes. All right, all this is cool, but this ain't everything. Okay, so if y'all ready to get into this reading, because I want to know a little bit more about this. You know what I'm saying? I want to know a little bit more about this. We got to listen and not judge. Zoom in. Y'all ready to get to this? Because I'm ready for it. If y'all ready for this reading, go ahead and find your magnifying glasses. Put the magnifying glasses in the chat. Because I'm curious now. Like, what you doing bothering me? I was over here minding my own business. Over here studying a good word from the Lord. And here you come bothering me with this. What is up with this? Okay. So, if y'all ready for this reading, go ahead and put your magnifying glasses down in the chat. And let's go.
I should have followed my own. I should have followed my own intuition. I should have followed my own. I knew it. I should have followed my own. 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 Willing.
All right, here we go. Spirit, what is going on with air and earth? Air and earth. Air and earth. Well, first thing is first, they're regretful. I just heard I'm sorry. This person A is feminine energy, person B is masculine energy. Keep in mind that this is for sun, moon, Venus, and rising. Energy can be transferable. So, you know, take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. Or interchangeable, I should say. Not transferable, interchangeable. Person A, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You're coming in right now as the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. You're having massive regrets about how you didn't take this connection serious. Okay? You felt like there was something to you that you probably should have kept a little bit more near and dear to your heart. When it came to this person, you might even be regretting the fact that you gave this person optimum space and opportunity to be themselves, and it kind of backfired on you. It feels as though sorry, I'm hungry now. It feels like you may have given this person space and opportunity to just live their lives and do what they do best. I don't get the impression that this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is really one who really has to like control and dictate and dominate a relationship. And it feels like to me that that is the structure that this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn has to have. Like they need somebody to put their foot down and to really tell them, look, this is what we will and will not do. And I feel like that's what has come back to bite this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's because they felt like they thought that they would be able or could be able or should be able to trust this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And they gave them free will and free reign to do whatever they wanted to do. And now they're having some regrets. It's like, you know, I'm walking away from this, but I don't want to look back at the mess that I made. I don't want to look back at what I'm walking from behind from. So I definitely feel like there is some regret that they didn't really hold what they really wanted near and clear, true to their heart, right? And I feel as though that's becoming problematic for this particular person at this time, because they really wanted that structure and that foundation to be there. They were willing to take the risk. They acknowledge that they have been acting very immature. You know, it's almost like, and I hate to use this extreme analogy, but go with me. It almost feels like this is a reminder to them, like you can't tell somebody do whatever you want to do and then get upset when the consequences materialize, right? And this is one of those instances where they're now upset that the consequences materialize. So, for example, if you tell your teenage child, I don't mind if you do illicit substances, they don't get mad when they overdose. You understand? Or do something like that, right? Or things get out of hand. Like you gave them permission to do whatever they wanted to do. And now that the seeds have bloomed, you're not liking the outcome, okay? And so it feels like this person is having a lot of regret about giving them free will. I think that what it was that they didn't want to put the pressure on this person. They didn't want this person to feel like they were trying to control the narrative, even though they really wanted something more long-term and more sincere, more genuine, more promising. They didn't want to be forthcoming in saying that, okay? They wanted to give this earth sign an opportunity to decide for themselves what they wanted from this connection. Meanwhile, this earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, is coming in the hermit mode. They've been doing a lot of reflection. They've been doing a whole lot of assessing. They've been probably praying and meditating, withdrawing. Like, okay, how did I get myself here in this situation? Like, this was never supposed to happen. Okay. And so they're realizing that they have had to go through a growing spot, right? Which is very interesting, y'all, because look at this. I just caught this. You know how we're talking about the journey card here in the beginning of this reading? Y'all see that snake? That's a symbol in some cultures that represents really good luck, you know? But you notice that how it's roped in a circle where like the snake is eating its tail? Well, look at this. You see that circle around here? All right. If you look at the top where that red is, it almost kind of like reflects the same thing. So I definitely feel as though this earth sign has had to go through some things where they've had to kind of like boss up and confess, you know, that they were being reckless, you know, they were being a little bit immature. They could have handled the situation a lot better than what they have. But now that they understand that they cannot live their lives making these poor decisions like this. They are coming to the realization that if this is really who I want, I need to step up and go after this person. The game is over. Like, I can't afford to keep taking these losses. I can't afford to keep playing these games with people's hearts and feelings and emotions. And they may even feel as though you got some type of pull on them, some type of gravitational pull is like pulling them towards them. So like, whereas they thought that they might have been okay without you in their lives, now they're realizing, yeah, that we determined that that's a lie. The positives in this is, though, however, this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is going to be coming back to making an offer towards this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? They are coming with a new beginning to you. You know, again, I told you, I feel like the first thing I said was that they're very regretful. They're very sorry about what happened. They're uncomfortable, you know? And so now that this person has come to the realization that, you know, they're willing to do whatever it takes to try to persuade you, try to win you back. I still think that Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is very hurt about what has transpired with this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn and this pregnancy. And there's evidence of this pregnancy. There's now legal proceedings. So, you know, I don't know if you're going to, that person is going to child support court or trying to like, I know in Georgia, you have to legitimize a child and all that stuff like that. So it's definitely legal proceedings surrounding the birth of this child. But whatever has happened has been very off-putting and very disheartening for this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The consequence here is that in the past, they made head over heart decisions. Okay, they were being very immature. They didn't know how to really express and articulate their love. They chose to put all their priority and precedence on money. All their focus was on money. And they decided that love was not something that they really was interested in really giving credence to. But now, like I said, it's the thing of knowing I can have all the money, all the women, all the cars, everything that I want and more. But if I'm not with the person who I truly love, then all of that is irrelevant. Then what is the point? Your life is just incomplete at that point. And so for them, while both of you may have recently broken up and just both of you have been reflecting and meditating and assessing and really thinking about how things have really transpired, I do feel like during this time, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn has come to the realization, like, no, you're not just another person to me. You're somebody that's special to me. You're somebody who means something to me. You're somebody who I love, and I just can't help but to be interested in you because I'm smitten by everything that you do. It's you. It's not nobody else. It's you. Yeah, it's messed up. I went out here and had this baby on somebody else. I mean, I had a baby with somebody else on you. It's not cool. I realize that. I acknowledge that. And yes, you have every reason to be upset about it.
Damn you!
But we're not the first or the last that's going to have a blended family, okay? Yes, it's going to be embarrassing. Yes, it's going to be hurtful when you have to tell this to all your friends and your family about how you're raising somebody else's child. But at the end of the day, you are who I truly want to be with. And that's going to be a hard pill for this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius to swallow. That's going to be a very hard pill for them to swallow, okay? Now, what this is trying to teach you, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you get the choice to decide what you want to do. How do you want to do this? Where do you want to go with this relationship? Do you really want something in a temporary or do you want something in the long term? And I do feel like you're being in here 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Okay, you're definitely in this 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You're not really sure how you want to proceed to move forward with this relationship because you are hurt. You are hurt. You have decided that, you know what, I want love, I want structure, I want happiness, I want all of this different things. But I do realize that in order for me to get this, I got to give something. And I'm running the risk of getting hurt here. And I'm already having my feelings hurt. Okay. But the reason why your feelings is hurt is not necessarily because this person just outright violated you. It's because you gave them permission to roam. And what do Romans do when in Rome? They roam. Okay, so this is where you're being immature. You know, you're playing a victim. You're trying to act like, you know, you didn't really do anything here that was wrong. I mean, if you look at this card here with this, hey Elizabeth, when you look at this 5 of Swords, it's only 3 men here, but he's got 2 swords. So each man is back there and behind him, they got their own sword on the floor, but he's got 3 swords in his hand. Okay, So you can't sit up here and be blaming anybody else for the conflict or for the chaos and the disagreements that exist when you are the corporate of it. That's the point that I'm making. You created this problem by allowing them to do whatever they want to do. You over here thinking, hey, it's me. So, you can go get whatever you want, but you ain't gonna have another me. Yes, you were right to a certain degree. You really were. But you wasn't anticipating for this person to slip up and to have a baby with somebody else while you over here talking about something. You can go do whatever you want to do. Ain't gonna be another me. Well, sis, it might not be another you, but they out here minding their business, sowing their royal oats, getting it in, okay? Because at the end of the day, when this person shows up in the scene, people respond. Okay, he can't walk around looking good, smelling good, feeling good, and doing all that stuff, and you ain't gonna think that these people ain't gonna jump up and start throwing roses at his feet like he ain't King Joffrey Joe Fur. Like, do you even recognize what you got? I mean, seriously, let's talk about it. If you know you got a man, that's fine. Why are you simply letting your man go outside and be doing whatever he doing? I mean, giving him freedom is cool and all, but you still got to have some type of expectations and set some boundaries. And that was something that you did not do. Okay? This is going to cause you to have to stop being so impulsive and so irrational. Okay? With this hangman in reverse. Listen. This is about you learning how to take accountability for the decisions that you make, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You can't be walking around here acting like you are oblivious and just flowing through life. You got to know when you have a role to play in something and be held accountable for it. Stop walking away. Stop trying to act like you don't see. Stop trying to act like you don't know, like you don't understand. Just stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Okay? Just stop it. Now I'm telling you. Keep doing this. You're going to cost yourself more than what you're trying to pay, okay? So just stop it.
You've got mail.
Now, this awakening that is happening here did not just happen on one side or the other. It was omnipresent. Their primary energy right now is in this hermit mode, and so is here. So this has been in your foundational energy where you've been reflecting as well. So you know that you made some poor decisions and you possibly have been overthinking at this point. Okay? You possibly have now been over here like, okay, you know what? Well, maybe if I hadn't, shoulda, coulda, woulda, then if not so, then but why not? Okay? And you need to stop overthinking about this. Okay? If it's for you, which it is, that what is meant, okay? If it is what God makes beautiful for you in this timing, okay? Then this is something for you that you have to come to the realization and accept that what God got for you, he got for you. And unfortunately, this is a consequence of you just not standing on business. Okay? But if this was where your heart really was and this person's heart was really with you, it's nothing wrong with you guys learning how to overcome this obstacle and persevere moving forward. It's your relationship too. You get the right to decide how you're wanting to govern in your relationship. Okay? But I feel like you kind of threw up your hands and not knowing how to love them, not knowing how to show up. Because I feel like your frustration, I feel like you're frustrated and perceived that this person was being deceitful to you when a situation occurred. And they weren't being deceitful. They told you they were seeing other people. You just didn't believe that that's what that meant. You know? They probably told you they was talking to other people. But you didn't realize that that's what that meant. I dropped a card on the floor, but that don't have nothing to do with this. All right. So they told you. They were being honest. They were being forthcoming. You just didn't hear it. You didn't hear it that way. Okay. You just didn't hear it that way. Clarifying the energy that's on the board. And I completely understand how one can, not assume worse. I mean, you had positive intentions, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You really did. You had positive intentions when you came into this, and when you decided to leave things open, because it was more so like you didn't want to feel like you were applying pressure someplace that you didn't want to be. Or let me rephrase, you didn't want to make them feel pressured into feeling like they had to be with you. You wanted them to choose you, and which they did choose you. They just chose you after some other things transpired. They chose you in the beginning anyway, but they was getting to know you. They weren't in a hurry. I mean, one thing, let me tell y'all something. I don't know how many times I got to say this. I'm going to keep saying it till I'm blue in the face. When it comes to Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, they don't do nothing in a hurry. Things that you plant in the ground take a long time to develop. It be planting, you got a seed coming up. Eventually, over time, you'll start to see something budding on top of that soil, but it takes a while. So you will never see the progress on the front end like they're seeing the progress on the back end. They wasn't in no hurry. Okay? They was like, yeah, I got that. That's mine. That's my baby. Okay? She ain't going nowhere. Okay? I can do whatever the I want to do because she ain't going nowhere. And that was literally the energy. Like, she ain't going nowhere. She'll be all right. Next thing you know is, oops. Okay? You got the Six of Wands here. Okay? This situation is very mind-boggling to the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius because they thought that you were happy. They thought that this was everything that you wanted and what you needed. They were under the impression that everything was good. And which it was, okay? Like, I'm not telling you that thought is far off base. It is and was good. Like I said, you can't give someone permission to go out and live life and then get mad when life happens. Okay, you gave them free reign to go outside and do what they do, be with what they want to be with, explore, be inquisitive. And now that has happened, you're sitting here like, well, where did this come from? You're doing one of these numbers, acting like you don't understand. And the reality is, you have to have boundaries in a relationship. You got to have boundaries. Okay? You can't walk around here pretending like you don't know what's happening. Or that you're oblivious to what could happen, okay? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius has not been happy since this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn has moved around, okay? Since the time that they split up, they have been waiting and hoping desperately for this person to pick up the phone, to call, to apologize, to initiate conversation. They are trying to walk around as if they're unbothered. They're trying to act like their feelings is not hurt, but the reality is they absolutely are hurt. And until Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn comes to the forefront, they're definitely at a space where they're feeling as though they don't know what to do. They feel like they're at an impasse with this. It's like, okay, well, what am I supposed to do with this now? What do I do with the feelings that I've built up? What do I do with the anger and the resentment that I have? Like, and that's where they've been reflecting, trying to calm themselves down, trying to soothe themselves, trying to understand their own feelings and emotions right now behind all of this. I'm asking myself here, did they know beforehand that the baby was conceived, or did they find out? Because I feel like for some reason or another, they found out on social media about this baby. Like there wasn't a conversation beforehand. It feels like Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn does what they do. They ran, they got weird, they start pulling back. And it feels like that made Gemini, Libra, Aquarius feel very suspicious. And they started to snoop. And I think that's how they found out about this betrayal. But I think they didn't find out about the baby until after. And now it's just kind of like, well, what am I supposed to do with this? Okay. Here it is again. They are trying to figure out what is the best approach and how to move forward with this Two of Wands. So they're definitely acknowledging that they're not happy about what happened. I mean, like, what you gonna say? You gonna tell the man not to be a father to his child? What you gonna tell him? I like you, but I don't like your children? Like, these are things that you would never say to somebody. Okay? These are things that you would never, ever, ever say to somebody. So in that instance, how do you say that? Like, how do you even fix your mouth to say that? I want you, but I don't want your kid. What? You sound insane. You sound like you're slow. Good morning, Belinda. You sound like you're just turned off and don't know what to do. Okay? And the reality is you would never tell somebody that, because as a woman, you will want somebody that is going to be around you, that will want to take care of your children. So therefore, you have to do the same thing for somebody else. If you love that person, you got to take their kid. Now, I ain't going to tell you keep taking their kids, because they need to stop doing that if they really want to be with you. But one time suffices. Okay? You can do it one time if that's what you really want.
You sound insane. Do you realize that? You should be medicated.
Now, I do feel like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is going, and this is your energy here, Aquarius. If you're an Aquarius, this is your energy. I do feel like they're looking for guidance. They're looking for hope. Okay, they're looking to figure out like what really matters to them, what's most important to them. And in this relationship, it is love. It is love. In this relationship, it is absolutely, undeniably, it is love. So if love is your North Star and that's your guiding point in this relationship, then what is the big deal? I know it's painful. I know it's hurting. Okay, but you got everything that you could want and you're still not happy. Okay, you sat around moping all holiday long, cry, tear. Okay, you walking around, you feeling that energy. You're feeling it. You know you really want to turn around and go back and get with this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Stop playing. Why don't you pick up the phone and call them? Now's the time. You can say something. Now's the time. But instead, you over here like,
what the hell? Oh my God, no way.
And now it's true. What you gonna do? You gonna keep on moping, or you gonna pick it, stand up, put your big girl panties on, and confront your emotions? You know, James, I miss you, James. I want you back, James. All that stuff I said, I didn't mean it, James. James. You know you miss that man. Pick up the phone and call him. Happy New Year, James. What you do, James? I'm unmad, James. James. I ain't mad no more, boo. Come on home, boo. Come on home. Just come on back. Oh, no. Belinda saying that's my ex name, James. James. I'm just telling you. All right? So let's go ahead and wrap this up. Because like I said, this is my second reading for today. I was just curious to know, like, why on earth I was hearing this song. Why on earth this was coming to me. I was over here minding my business. I came. I saw. I'm conquered. I'm getting out of it. Let's go. When we talk about potential final outcomes, I can't control free will. I can only tell you what the energy is that I see. And what I feel is that, A, this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn feels horrible about what happened. They're not feeling good about it at all. They're going through their own struggles dealing with these legal procedures. They definitely feel like the game is over. They are still captivated. They want to be with you. They're excited about you and this connection. They're just trying to understand, like, how did they get themselves in this situation? They slipped up, that's for sure. And they want another chance. They just don't know how to ask you for that. Yep, here we are at the Tower. Okay. So I definitely feel like you possibly did not know that there was a child involved. And when you do, if you do, and when you do reach out to this person and have a conversation with them, I think they're going to come clean and tell you the whole truth. Because either it's something about this situation you didn't know about. And I hate to tell you that. It's going to come in hitting you like a wrecking ball. All right. But it is going to cause some distress in your life. And you got the devil. Okay. So this is definitely that unhealthy attachment to this other person. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you're going to have to be very mindful about how you proceed to move forward with this. This man is going to be feeling very insecure, about things. They're not going to be themselves. They're not going to be comfortable and confident because their mind is focused on this legal proceedings around this child. This person did not have kids before. So, you didn't have kids, they didn't have kids. At least that's the way I'm seeing it. Okay? So this is all new for them. They're not knowing how to manage the two things at once. They're trying not to get beside themselves, that's for sure. Yeah. They're trying their best not to get beside themselves. And with this 9 of Pentacles, they feel like they're not prepared for this. They definitely feel like they're not prepared for this. Okay? So you got to have some grace with them because this is affecting them in more ways than one. Yeah, it's happy. They're happy that you're coming back. Here we are with the Sun card again. You coming back in their lives is getting them a fresh and new perspective. Excuse me, something for them to focus on, something for them to be grateful for. Okay? You're definitely making them feel a whole lot better, but they did not see that coming. Okay? So they're going to be very grateful to hear from you. They're going to be very grateful that you're now wanting to come back around. Y'all going to have real heart-to-heart conversations about what has happened in the past and try to create a path forward to figure out how you want to proceed to move forward with this during this time. But it's up to you to decide how you want to move forward. And I feel like you're going to make that decision. Okay? So that's all I have for you. I know that this was a really quick read. I was just trying to get into it. Like I said, this is my second one for today, and I got other things I need to be getting into right now. So I need to step away from this. But I want to thank you for joining today. If this message resonates with you, please go follow and like on YouTube at Mimi Lightseer. Okay, bookmark this and comment and subscribe. Do all of those wonderful things. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can make an appointment at this time at PiscesTarot.com. PiscesTarot.com. My calendar is open. I want to thank y'all for stopping by. I want to thank y'all for gifting me. I appreciate it with your time, your talent, your treasures. I hope y'all have a really good day on this second day of January. Go ahead and have a wonderful day, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.